Hey everybody, it's Gamer Grams here. Today we are playing a religious science game as the Greeks. We're on Deity difficulty as always. We do things a little bit differently here when we go slow so that newer players can follow along and hopefully and learn some good tips and techniques that we use that you can then take back to your own games, and they'll be that much more powerful for you on whatever difficulty level you happen to be on at the moment. So if that sounds like it could help you out, or it might be something you're interested in watching, then definitely stick around. If you want to get good at Civ 6, subscribe and hit the bell to keep up with this channel. Jesus, if only I could speak, eh? Oh my. Anywho, this obviously isn't our first episode in this series, as we're turn 139 at the moment, so if you stumbled here randomly, I'll put a link in the top right corner. You can catch up on what you missed out on if you want. Other than that, we are going to jump right back in. We are getting into the swing of things. We're really ramping up. We're at 350 science now per turn, $1.75 for our culture, and 152 for our faith. Not exactly where we'd like to be, but hey, we're getting there. Meanwhile, we are getting closer to rocketry, and we're getting closer to unlocking chemistry, which is a big deal because it is going to allow us to get our research labs up and running as quickly as possible. And then obviously it goes without saying that rocketry is important when you're trying to win a science game, right? So with that being said, essentially what we're going to do now is we're going to go into lockdown with our faith, because I don't think it's going to time out very well. If we take a look at this here, as far as timing goes, we need to make sure we have enough faith in order to do this properly, right? So we got one turn. Hold on, if we click here on rocketry, this is what I'm looking for. All right, so we got one turn because we're hard researching that. We've already boosted that, so that we're up to 3 turns now. We are going to have the Patala Palace, so that will boost that, or it should, depending on if how it times out there. Because yeah, if we end up going that route, we'll have to hard research that, and then we'll be hard researching radio no matter what. So that's 4 turns. Rocketry is 5 turns, although we wouldn't be boosting that either. So that's 5 turns, 4 turns, so that's 9 turns between rocketry and radio. We got at least 3 turns minimum chemistry, so that's we're looking at 12. At least 3 turns into flight, so we're looking at 15, and then the 18. So that's not bad because we're, what would you say, $1.52. I'm horrible at math, so we're just going to do this the hard way here, or the easy way. So what did we say? 18 times $1.52. 27.36. All right, so we're going to be just shy, and that's if we boost those things. So I think what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of time here. Let's take a look at the ones that are really going to help us out first. Getting flight is a good one because it allows us to start on aerodomes. However, getting up to refining would be nice as well, because we already have castles boosted. Hold on, okay, my bad. We're going to get sanitation first because we want to start being able to get sewers. We need to get 4 sewers in order to unlock the boost to suffrage, which gives us democracy. But that's in the civic tree, so there's no point showing you what I'm talking about. Just take my word for it. Alright, so we're 100% going to get sanitation next. Then 100% going to get chemistry next. And then after chemistry, we'll reevaluate. But I think what we'll do is we'll probably time it out, so that we have a chance to build up our faith here, in order to have that time out perfectly where we buy the where we end up buying the spaceport on the turn we get rocketry. Because meanwhile we need to get Moksha promoted as well. Let's take a quick look at this. So we have Moksha, so we need 3 governor promotions as well, in order to make this work out. And see, remember way back when I was like, oh, I'll buy that or we'll give Magnus the 2nd promotion. I shouldn't have done that. That was definitely a fuck up on my part, in the grand scheme of things. Like, I thought it was going to really help with that. However, we're going to be one shy, because look, we're not going to be able to get there in time. We have to get We have to get nationalism, which we're going to have to hard research. We have to get civil engineering, which we're going to have to fucking hard research. Because we're not going to have a chance to build 7 districts yet. Like, I think in order to get this, we need an entertainment complex. Because let's see what we got. Campus, commercial hub. Sorry. Okay. Campus, holy site, commercial hub. Sorry, I'm counting here. You know, you can't see it. Okay. Campus, commercial hub, harbor, holy site. We haven't built an encampment yet. Acropolis is 5. Okay, so we're at 5. We would need to build an encampment and an entertainment complex in order to get this boost. So it's not going to happen because we're not going to be able to do that in time unless clear. Oh, industrial zone. I forgot industrial zone. So we're at 6. Yeah, okay, never mind. So we only need to build either an entertainment complex or an entertainment complex or an encampment, which we want to do anyway. Unfortunately, we're definitely not doing it in Athens. As much as I want to, it's time for an industrial zone there. However, we can do it in one of these other cities. My Senate would have to get up to 10, and unfortunately, they're losing population. I suppose we could do it here, right? Oh yeah, perfect. We can drop a district. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and drop an entertainment complex. Hold on, okay, here, I'm just counting districts, sorry. Alright, so we got 1 district, 2 districts, 3 district for the city. This would be a 4th district, alright. So we're gonna actually chop this right here, without Magnus or anything. It'll work out perfectly, they'll finish the lighthouse next turn, and then we'll chop this jungle tile. The production will chop it into the actual entertainment complex there, which will help give them a little bit of a boost as well. And so that will actually give us the boost. But either way here, so that will give us the boost towards civil engineering, which is nice, don't get me wrong. However, we're definitely going to still have to get urbanization because we're nowhere close to 15 population. And then we have to get one of these bad boys. So it'll be either one of them because we're going to be boosting both of them. So whichever one ends up being shorter. We'll probably end up going with mobilization because, whatchamacallit, because it gives the better policy card. It gives the unit maintenance reduced by 2, so it doubles the discount. We have conscription right now, and meanwhile propaganda is completely useless for us. So that's the route we're going to take. So we're going to go 1, because we're fully researching this. 2 gives us more time to get that district completed. And then urbanization, and then mobilization, and then from there we'll probably squeak in. Oh, we have to get scorched earth for that. Oh, never mind. I take that back. We're going to mass media then, because we still have to boost scorched earth. So this way it'll shave us a little bit of time, and we will be researching radio anyway. So hey everybody, Gamer Gramps here. I'm quickly interrupting just to say that if you're enjoying the video, please do me a favor and leave a like on it if you haven't already. It does really go a long way towards helping the channel get discovered, and clearly you know it by now. I'm special. I need all the help I can get, right? Yeah, but in the meantime, we still have our discounts in, right? Professional army, yeah, so we can get money and upgrade our archers into field cannons as well to get that boost now while we're at it. We have 3 envoys built up, so let's go ahead and take care of this too. We're definitely going to send 2 of them to Bologna in order to get that boost towards science. So we're going to jump from 350 to 372, not too shabby. And now let's just confirm that we're suzerain of all these places. Clearly Geneva, Fez, and Bologna we got under our belt. Jerusalem, yeah. But see, this is what I was checking for, was Leventa, because that sneaky bitch, freaking, what's her face, Victoria there, she went ahead and put another envoy in there, so there's no suzerain right now, but that is her. Like, if we were to take a look at Leventa, and we take a look at their influence by, it's only us, and we both have 6. So, oops, I'm definitely not declaring war, but we'll go ahead and take them back right now. So this will actually boost our faith increase, or our income up by 15%. So from 152 all the way to 169 just by that sending that 1 envoy. So that is definitely worth it. In the meantime, here, let's go ahead and get that now.
No innovation in the past 200 years has...
Alright. If you've learned a lot from my videos, consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. There's 3 different choices that you can choose from, all for different prices. But for as little as $5 a month, you can help to make this channel successful and ensure that we continue to put out videos that you enjoy. So we went ahead and got that. Now what we're going to do what we already talked about here. We have nothing producing right now, so we are going to take advantage of that fact. And we are going to chop this tile now. And then we're going to apply that to the entertainment complex. And I know right now it shows that there's 0 production. However, that production will go into the entertainment complex. Just take my word for it. In the meantime, though, we still have 4 more builds with this guy right here. Let's definitely head over here and get some farms going for my Sene. We will save... one... Hold on here. Let me just think about this. Because we need to chop here and we need to chop there. So we need 2 builders in order to do it efficiently. So then we can move Magnus again. So here we go. There, perfect. We're going to forget about the building the pasture here. They can figure out their own thing. We'll get that builder to come back. And this guy's got 4 charges and he's in the neighborhood anyway. So that is fine. We'll actually go ahead and do that. Yeah. And let's make sure this is owned by them as well. Good, it is. So that we can go ahead and help them grow, which will help them actually get their entertainment complex done faster. Meanwhile, yeah, now this builder that we just sent, what was it? Yeah, we sent over here. We can actually use all those charges on my Sene to help them grow. Meanwhile, now that our faith income has gone up a wee bit, I'm really tempted to buy 1 more. Oh, never mind. We don't have serfdom in anyway, so that's fine. All right. So meanwhile, oops, one more thing before I forget here. Let's go ahead and get money from Teddy, or at least as much of it as we can from him. We can sell him iron too. We can sell him 14 iron he'll pay for, but I'm not going to bother changing that. It's good enough as far as I'm concerned. And let's take some of his gold, his gold per turn as well. There you go, good enough. And do we need our niter, or did we get our 3rd? I think we got our 3rd musketman, right? Let's double check. Yeah, we got our 3rd musketman, so that is good. So let's definitely go here and find our archers. So first one, 275. All right, nice. That was a quest for somebody too, I guess. Don't know who it was, to be honest. Don't care. It's good enough. Again, remember too, we're also going to want to start prioritizing Hong Kong now, because they also give 20% production towards city projects, and our space race projects are city projects. So that is basically our next priority as far as all of our envoys that we're going to be earning go, because we want to have that up online by the time we start actually doing this. So basically the way we're going to do this here, our rotation is we're moving Magnus here into Athens, right? We're going to chop these two forests, if I could fucking talk, that might help. Okay, we're going to chop these 2 remaining forests, and then once we chop the 2 remaining forests, we're going to immediately move Magnus out of Athens, but instead of putting Pingala back in Athens, we're actually going to move Moksha into Athens, because we'll then be using Moksha to purchase our spaceport instantly on the turn that we get rocketry. And then as soon as we finish buying the spaceport with him, then we would rotate Pingala back in and move Moksha out. Or, yeah, move Moksha out. Yeah, I said that right. Alright, so then the other thing here that I completely forgot about is, so over here, we need another spaceport city. And yeah, this is going to be our wonder city. So this is going to be our spaceport city. And we are going to save all of these chops for a spaceport. And is that... oh, that's a hill. So we need a flat tile, and there we go. We have one. So we need that to be our spaceport tile. And we will need this. Oh yeah, it can't be our encampment tile because it needs to be 2 tiles away. So we'll actually switch that up. We'll switch. This will be the spaceport, and this will be the encampment. And so this campus becomes a maybe if we have a chance to, but probably not ever going to do it. The reason being is this city, we're going to save all the chops here that it can reach. So hold on 1 second. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it can reach these 2 here. So we're going to put pins to remind me not to chop these. Because, oops, shit. What we're going to do here is, so this will be our second spaceport city that we will buy way late in the game, because what you do is essentially you buy your first spaceport city in your highest production city. Okay, that's the city where we're going to do our launching of the Earth satellite, where we're going to do the moon landing, the Mars landing, and launching the exoplanet expedition. So all 4 of those projects will be done in our one city with the highest production. But then it's the second that you get the technology that allows you to do the off-world expeditions, which gives you access to the 2 different projects that speed up your last science project, like the one that takes 50 light years or whatever. Then you have builders already waiting here, and you have Magnus established in this city, and you literally can chop out like 5 or 6 different space projects on the first turn that you get the technology available, and it really helps out. So yeah, that is a plan for there. Oh, good lord, my freaking cough is getting nasty. I actually called the doctor today and everything, and looks like I'm going to be getting tested for this whole fun thing. I'm not going to say the word because I don't want them to not share this video out, but you know what I'm talking about. It is definitely not a fun time to be living in right now in some regard, but we'll battle through it. Alright, so we finished an aqueduct in Knossos here. Oh, we haven't got their library yet. Shit, I would normally just buy it, but we need gold for other stuff, so yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We'll place an entertainment complex down. In 2 turns, we'll place that down. In the meantime, we'll get them to work on their library. Yeah, and let's take a look at Great People. So yeah, again, by far, we are in the lead towards this charger. That's so weird that that 215 guy never showed up. Okay, so Athens is at 10 population. We're immediately going to lock in the price of our industrial zone. And actually, what we're going to do is we're going to finish our industrial zone because it's only 3 turns for 1, and it's going to give us a boost towards production. But then also, Magnus is going to be there anyway, and I'm pretty sure we only have 11 turns left on the Patala Palace. I'm pretty sure that 1 chop of these is going to do it for us, or at the very least, the second chop will definitely do it. So there's no more point in us putting any more production into that wonder, since we're going to have it chopped out. It's a waste of time, basically. So this way, we'll concentrate on that. Meanwhile, here, yeah, well, they're doing the entertainment complex, and then when we get them to 10, we'll, yeah, put you on food focus here. But when they get to 10, we'll definitely get them to do that. All right, meanwhile, here, yeah, go do your thing. And you go there. Wait, you're not going there. Jesus, I keep screwing that up. You're going to the far one. Alright, meantime... all we're gonna do here is put them on campus research grants, and we're gonna fill our campus up. Alright. So, let's go ahead and put them on alert, and put these guys on alert. And now here, we'll take a shot with them, and we should finish them off here, I believe. There we go, and now we'll get 2 goodie huts. We don't get any era score for these goodie huts, but we do get the rewards, right? So they're still definitely worth grabbing. Meanwhile, here, why not? Let's get some extra faith. Ooh, not bad at all. I need to actually, let's take a quick look here, because I don't know what, like, I know that colossal heads, like, look at that. We just got 6 faith from that colossal head, but I'm not sure what the fuck? Is it not Colosseum, Colossus? We'll just do it this way, Leventa. I'm not sure what triggers... Yeah, okay. So they provide +2 faith. They get +1 faith for every adjacent rainforest, or every adjacent rainforest once humanism is discovered. Okay, so that must be a typo. So they get +1 faith for every adjacent forest, or for every adjacent rainforest once humanism is discovered. Okay, that makes sense. +1 faith for every 2 adjacent woods. Oh no. What? +1 faith for every 2 adjacent rainforests, or for every adjacent rainforest. Oh, okay, then it gives a boost. Never mind, I missed. Okay, so we get +2 faith, or sorry, +1 faith for every 2 rainforest tiles, but then it increases to every 1 adjacent rainforest tile once humanism is discovered. Okay, so +1 faith for every 2 adjacent woods, or for every adjacent woods once humanism is discovered. Tourism from faith once flight discovered cannot be built on snow or snow hills. Okay, so that'll be +6 faith until we chop all these woods. So temporarily we'll enjoy it, but yeah, we'll might as well go here and get some more faith. Definitely doesn't hurt, that's for sure. Alright, in the meantime, we got 2 more builds here. Let's definitely head over yonder and get these fishies up online for them. Alright, meanwhile, you go and grab that. Oh, of course we get the civic that we had 1 turn left to discover. Thanks. That was so handy. Oh, well. Why is it saying to change my government? Oh, because of exploration, that's why. Oh, obviously. Alright, so that is all gravy there. Oh yeah, so how many turns do we have left on this? Oh, never mind. We haven't even hit the next turn yet. Okay, so you'll see here, watch. I'll show you that production we chopped here actually went in. You can see 73 hammers are put into it, but we only have production of 12.6 in this city. So, definitely did work out. Meanwhile, we can also get another trader. Actually, we can get a couple traders. Except for, we'll wait for those because we need to upgrade another archer. So let's talk to Teddy and get some cash to spend. Alright, and get a little bit more from Wilfred here. Hey, I remembered his name this time. That's progress. Meanwhile, we can also trade him our iron, so let's do that. So let's take all his money and a little bit of bulk, or a little bit of gold per turn, I mean. Alright. So now we'll upgrade them. All right, so that's Scorched Earth. We do need to upgrade that other one as well here eventually. However, we don't need to do that right now. It's only important that we have the 2 of them, so that's fine. Meanwhile, though, this musketman is way over here. And this one's here. These 2 are here. We'll need to get them close together eventually, so actually, you can start making the journey now, good sir. And you can go join your brethren over here. Because clearly you have a lot of turns to do that. The reason that we need them together is because we need to get the 3 musketmen because we got the boost for replaceable parts there, right? So we got that Eureka. But then there's also a civic, the mobilization, or the civic boost for mobilization is have 3 cores in your army. So we're gonna turn these 2 into a core, right? Then we're gonna turn 2 of those field cannons into a core, and we're gonna turn 2 of the knights into a core. That's why we made 4 knights. Because there's another boost, like, way down the line for combustion, I think. I think it's combustion. Anyways, there's another boost, a Eureka, way down the line in the later game that you need to have 3 tanks in order to get the boost. And so that's why knights get promoted into tanks. So we got 4 so that we can turn 2 of them into a core, right? And still have 3 knights left over. So then we can upgrade them to tanks later on and get that that boost as well. But then we also need to trade or to turn all these units into armies later, because there's yet another inspiration boost to a civic that is have 3 armies or armadas in your empire. So that's why. Remember when I'm like, oh, we need 3 warriors, we need 3 archers, we need 4 knights, and we need 2 catapults. That's what it was for. And the catapults are to get the 2 bombards, which we still haven't done yet. I think at this point we might just say fuck it if we haven't already. Is to get the boost towards siege tactics there, but we'll see how that goes. Probably, because we can still, don't forget, we can still trade our niter and buy catapults, and we only need 2 of them, so they're 480 bucks, so we need 940 gold, which isn't that hard to come by. Like, we make 105 a turn on our own, and we don't even have, there we go, we got 100 faith. That's actually nice, considering we need to get that frickin' thingamabobber. But anyways, what we're gonna do is bring all of our troops up here, and we'll put these guys onto automated exploration. Same thing here. Because we don't mind if barbarians spawn down here, because we can get air score for killing them. Meanwhile, you can wait until next turn when we settle this city. I am just going to settle this city. I'm not going to worry about waiting until serfdom. Like, it's only 1 builder. Oh, wait, we're not settling this city. Oh my god, I keep... Oh, I'm so special. I keep forgetting that we're going to the top one. Holy. Alright, meanwhile, here, let's go ahead and build a farm instead. And here you can just go to sleep. Alright, so here we're going to go ahead and get a Cathokia Mound, or not a Cathokia Mound, sorry. We're actually going to build farms. The reason being is that even though they're not in a triangle, we're very close to getting the technology where farms, the adjacency bonus from a farm being beside another farm really ramps up. So in the long run, this will definitely help us out. So yeah, we'll go ahead. I know it's a little bit anticlimactic and not as exciting, but we're going to get 3 farms here. Alright. Okay, so we have the builder in place here, and we'll have the builder in place there next turn. Alright, so we have, let's see this. We have chemistry research right now. Okay? Let's see how long it's gonna be. Let's talk to Teddy. And check the alliances. Yeah, that's not worth it. I can just tell right now. It's gonna be at least 8 turns, right? Because 8 or 7 turns. Actually, that's only 5 turns. Well, 5.2, so maybe 6 turns. But you know what? That puts us at, say it's 6, that's 148. What can we do other than that? Okay, we already have castles. We already have steam powder. We already have rifling. We can start putting into flight, which will get us closer. Yeah, you know what? We will delay that. It is only 5 or 6 turns at the most, and this way we'll put turns into flight, which we're gonna boost anyways here as soon as we get Patala Palace. That will be the boost towards flight, which we need to get towards radio, and we'll be hard researching radio anyways, and it is on the way towards rocketry. So this way we're actually not really losing out on anything at the moment. All right, cool. Yeah, everything's gravy there. We're 9 turns away from James Young, who is a decent enough great scientist. Let's take the great writer. Speaking of which, do we have writing? Oh, no, we don't. Okay, good. So that's a good thing. Let's create some to sell. Meanwhile, here, let's go ahead and drop this city. Actually, no, we'll put you to sleep. We'll get rid of this tile, though. Because the, we're going to be settling this city up here, too. So we'll switch into serfdom, or, yeah, into serfdom there for that one. Meanwhile here, okay, yeah, let's get that farm, or the fishing boat online, and we'll get the other one next turn. And you can just go skip turn so I don't forget somehow. You never know with me, I am special, right? Alright, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, we're humming along here. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, third farm's up. Let's definitely go hit them up for money now. Nice, Teddy's been saving up for us here. How convenient and thoughtful of him. He's very, very considerate man. Alright, let's check Wilfred. Nice. And we'll go ahead and grab that. And then we'll put our iron up for trade. We'll also put all of our niter up for trade. And we'll take all your money and a bunch of your gold per turn as well. Since he's so shitty anyways, I don't care about taking his gold per turn. I don't think with his terrain and his like empire, the way he settled it, I am definitely not thinking that he's going to start making money anytime soon. So we might as well milk him dry while we can take advantage of it and finish that much faster. All right. Okay, so we completed the industrial zone here. Let's immediately switch. We're still 1 turn away from Magnus. So let's immediately switch into the workshop. Meanwhile, we are also in need of traders. So let's go ahead and take care of that. 400, they're getting pricey now. But it'll be worth it in the long run. Meanwhile here, okay, we completed the harbor. Nice, let's go ahead and get them a lighthouse immediately. Okay, we can trade our thingamabobber here, our great work of writing that we made last turn. So let us see if Gilgabro wants it. Oh yeah, we have art too that we can sell. Again, you always want to try and spread it out. Okay, so he's building he's got, Pachacuti has quite a few, so that's fine. Let's see. Only 9. They'll give us 15 for writing, but only 9 for art? Really? That's weird. Alright, well, sure, Teddy. That sounds like a plan to me, buddy. So now we'll go ahead and blow that guy's load again, and then next turn we'll trade it. Alright, so Magnus is still 1 turn out. We'll skip until next turn. He is... Alright, so this is exactly what I mean, okay? So when you're working with spies, you always, like, spies are super, super important. You always want to get them online as quickly as possible. I wish we would have got these spies out earlier, because ideally, we're going to want to send one of them back to our homeland in order to protect our spaceport once we get that online here. But however, this is what I mean. So always use siphon funds in order, even if you're playing a culture game and you want to get good at stealing great works or whatever, you always use siphon funds to level your spies up, because once a spy gets a promotion, no matter what promotion you choose, even if the promotion doesn't necessarily coincide with what you want them to do, it automatically makes them better at completing all missions. So, and since siphon funds is the easiest, like you can see here, or, well, I guess Foment Unrest is tied for it or whatever, but siphon funds is more valuable to you, right? Like, unless you happen to, like, the city has bad loyalty already or something and you're going to flip them. But money is more useful to, and it's more useful in more broad situations. However, you can see it's only 63%, so we definitely don't want that. We're going to go ahead and tell him to gain sources, and they'll operate at 2 levels higher for 24 turns, which is huge. So we'll go ahead and put that on, and then we're also going to go ahead and slot in Machiavellianism next turn. I love that policy card. Not only does it help you build spies 50% faster, it also allows them to complete their missions 25% faster, which turns out to be a lot of gold for you, but then B, important here because we're a little bit behind and we want to get our spies promoted so that they can come back and defend our rocketry so we can win the game faster. Alright. Okay, so flight, we're going to switch out of, or no, because next turn we're going to chop it. So yeah, never mind. You can just, go in the city actually. Here you, build the fishies. You are still supposed to go down there, I do believe, good sir. Alright, somebody built Alhambra.
Nationalism.
Ooh-wee. Alright, so we got Nationalism, which actually allows us to make another spy, which is good. So perfect timing for us to be putting that policy card in. We'll get a third one going as quickly as we can here. And then it also allows us to get spies. Alright, so we don't need any discounts on strategic resources anymore since we got the musketmen. We will eventually need to put that back in for the bombards, but that we don't need that boost at like this very second. Gothic architecture. Oh, actually, see, practice what you preach, Tyler. Leave that card and see. I'm getting excited now. I want this to go good. The game is going good, but I'm excited to win. I would have left that policy card in. Meanwhile, here we don't need it because we're going to use it right now and never need it again, like ever. Well, I mean, I suppose when we build the Ruhr Valley, but whatever. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. So we're going to switch immediately into the Patala Palace here. We still have that policy in, so we're going to go ahead and chop. Oh my, not even close. Well, never mind. That was a bit anticlimactic. All right, looks like we got some work to do. The workshop is going to give us +3 production. I would rather just get the Patala Palace sooner. You never know, just in case we get sniped or something. It'll make me feel safer. So we got 1 charge left there. Instead of using this builder over here, let's get you to zoom back up there, and we'll get that mine online. And we'll use that builder to get this mine online next turn. So, given here, let's make sure none of their workers are pinned in. No, they're not. Okay, good. and they're on a production focus. They are. All right, so we got a governor title. Immediately it goes towards Moksha. So I always take the Grand Inquisitor here, the +10 religious strength in theological combat and tiles of the city. It's not often that this comes into use. However, you never know if sometimes even when you're doing this, other cities or other civs will try and spread their religion to you, and that's unacceptable, at least in our holy site cities as far as we're concerned. So if this happens to come in use, it is nice to be able to attack their apostles or missionaries or whatever and have that +10 boost. Meanwhile, all governor's units heal fully one turn in tiles of the city. We're not going to war with anybody, so that's not going to come in handy at all, no matter what. Confirmed, okay. Alright, so this kind of changes our timetable here. Now we have flight 100% boosted, but we're still 6 turns out on the Patala Palace. So let's go back in here. We have chemistry all boosted, we have flight all boosted. Let's just switch here, and we're going to go into steam power since we have it researched. And then from steam power, we'll actually go towards electricity because we'll never be boosting this. So let's just, we'll hard research it. Right? And in the meantime, that should time out fairly well. That we'll finish the Patala Palace, and then basically be right on time to start building their research lab. So that will be good. In the meantime, now we're immediately going to move Magnus, though. Where are we going to move him to? I'm thinking Pergamon, because this city's not ready, and we're not doing any chops in that city at all. So yeah, we're going to move him to Pergamon because it has the most chops for us to do. Or should we do here and get another industrial zone up and get that out? Well, no, because they only have the 2 chops. Yeah, that's not worth it. We're sending him to Pergamon. So onward and forward, good Magnus. To Pergamon, good sir. Alright, so now that we're sending him there, it's time to send Moksha to Athens so that we are ready to purchase... oops. I'm like, old guy, get over there. Clicking on myself. So governors, we are sending this old guy over to Athens so that he is ready to rock and roll when the time comes. Very top. There we go. Beautiful. Alright. So that is coming along good. We also need to keep an eye out. We need to remember to send Magnus, once we're getting close to suffrage and democracy, we need to send Magnus back to Sparta in order to chop these 3 tiles into our royal society. Not that we have a lot of builders at the moment to take advantage of, but you know what? It's better than nothing. Meanwhile... let's go ahead and change our policies and take a look here. So, do we need to even upgrade any more units right now? Not really. We can get rid of that. We can definitely get rid of retinues for... we don't need the resources at all, but we can also get rid of professional army and go ahead and put retainers back in for the... not retinues, retainers. Retainers, there we go, for the extra amenities. The reason being is that we don't have any immediate boost that we need. Like, yes, we do need to upgrade those catapults in order to get them to bombards, but we don't need to do that right this second, and we don't even have the fucking catapults in the first place, so we need to buy those to begin with before we can upgrade them, right? Alright, so that is that. And we don't need to upgrade our knights at all until frickin' we need them to get to tanks, and we're ways away from that too. So again, there's nothing right now that we need to upgrade. We just need to make our cores, which we can do with basic units with no problem. Okay, so we're leaving Simultaneum and Scripture in. We're keeping Wesselbanken on. We're putting in Machiavellianism, as we already talked about. We are leaving Gothic architecture in for now, unfortunately. Culture-wise, I'm going to leave aesthetics in over natural philosophy because I want to get to democracy as quickly as we can here in order to start get those extra policy cards on, which is going to be a huge deal. And then on top of that, also being able to get the 15% bonus, or sorry, the 15% discount on gold purchases. That is huge as well, because it's going to allow us to buy our universities and our research labs for that much quicker, which is going to help us finish the game that much quicker. All right, so same thing here. You can see Siphon Funds is at 63%, so it is very good and for a good amount of money. However, that is way too low, so we will definitely tell them to gain sources. But now you can see from 8 turns before, it's down to 6. That's because of that policy that we just slotted in, that not only can we build the spy faster, but it also allows us to oh yeah, so you are going to go to I wish there was one for allies, but let's check America. No. And then let's check Sumeria. No. All right, so that is fine. Then what we're going to do, where would the next best place be? Let's send them to Mycenae, because they have good production, and we'll build our spy here once they finish their factory next turn. All right. Okay, so here you can just go on alert. That's fine. All right, okay, so we need to... in this city here, we need to save 4 chops. Okay, so this is 2 chops. We're going to put the do not touch sign, the do not disturb on the deer, and we're going to put the do not disturb on this deer, because that's 2 chops. There's a forest underneath that deer, and the same thing with this deer. So there's 2 forests and there's 2 deers. So that is all the chops we will need in order to get the Amundsen Scott Research Station, which leaves us still with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chops that we can reach in this city. And we don't need to do that. So what we're going to do is move Magnus here next. And we're at 2 population now, so we can chop settlers. So that's what we will do. We'll, weren't we sending him to, oh no, we were sending him to Pergamon. Yeah, okay, so we have Magnus coming here to Pergamon. We're going to quickly chop here in Pergamon, and then we'll send him immediately over yonder to that other city. Oh, I forgot to put serfdom in. Okay, yeah, so fuck it. We're not going to wait anymore. That's fine. Go ahead. So we will go ahead and settle that. In the meantime, we won't put their campus here. We'll put their campus here. Yeah, that's fine. Or actually, you know what? We'll do the entertainment complex instead of a campus. Oh wait, we still have chops. No, we'll do the campus first. Oops. Yeah, we'll do the campus first. Never mind, I take that back. Because we'll be able to chop out the campus here, even without Magnus. We'll grab these 2 tiles, though, before the states do, so that we do have the chops. Meanwhile, though, this builder is going to come down here immediately to this city in order to help them get that quicker. And then it looks like we're going to have to buy a builder with gold because we're not spending our faith, right? And this builder has, what, 1 charge left? Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Never mind. Because we could each use 1 of their charges and chop those 2. There's only 4 chops here. And that guy could do 2 of them. Did they get here in 5 turns? Where's this fucker? How long would it take you to get there? 5. Yeah, because that's actually, it says 5, but it's not 5. Because the movement is showing how long it would take him to get there without, it doesn't reflect the +2 movement per turn that they have. So when this says 7, it'll actually take him 3.5 turns to get there. So we'll go there, and then in the meantime, you can come here. And that'll be fine. Sounds good. And that'll save us some money. We don't have to buy that builder because this guy will then go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, we will go ahead and buy their library. So we'll save some gold up for that. And that way, there you go. We'll buy a library with gold instead of buying a fucking builder. In the meantime, though, this trader is ready. So let's go ahead and we'll go to America and just pick filter by science. And go ahead and send them there. Now, we are immediately going to go towards getting that spy out. Actually, we'll go get a trader out. It's only going to take us 2 turns. It'll definitely help produce that spy faster anyway. All right. Meanwhile, they finished campus research grants. There's nothing else that I want them to build, so we'll go ahead and get them to immediately go back into another one. Sure, Pachacootie. I would love to. Alright. Thumbs down. I'm not going to war. Ooh, a nice tornado. Alright, so it passed. Let me guess, the Americans are involved. How did I know? Just a hunch, right? Alright, we got steam power. Nice. We built that district, so it gave us the boost towards civil engineering. Perfect timing. We got 1 more turn left and we're finished it. So that worked out really well. We're still 4 turns out on the Patala Palace. 3 turns out on Moksha being established there. There's a violent storm. Score competition began. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Alright. 3 turns out on electricity. We are rolling along here. Alright. We finished the commercial hub here. That's what gave us that boost. So that's nice. So in the meantime, now let's immediately start them on. Oh, they haven't got their shit yet. Let's immediately start them on a market anyway. I'd rather get an extra trade route than have the city be good. I mean, our population is gonna grow once we chop these rainforests anyway, so that's fine. This guy can just go to sleep for now. Yeah. All right, so here I am going to. We're switching into. Whatchamacallit? Are we switching into serfdom next turn? Because he's not chopping anything here, right? I'm talking to myself here, obviously. Like, the only chop we're literally going to do is we're going to harvest this cattle so we can put the encampment down. And that's it. I suppose we can still use him for down here. Yeah, I guess we'll wait and put it on. We'll skip 1 turn. And we'll put serfdom in.
The common mistake that people make when
Republic works now, I guess.
Completely foolproof.
Alright, so how many turns are we left on this? We're going to get out of, it's only 3 turns, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and change policies, and obviously we're dumping the Gothic architecture because we have skyscrapers now, but I'm not going to bother putting it back in. Let's take a quick look here at our policies. Alright, so conscription is plus 13 right now. Remember, once we get to that next to mobilization, that's going to be 26 that we'll be getting. However, retainers is giving us plus 10 amenities, so that's nice. We're going to definitely keep veterancy in here, especially as we're going to be getting that encampment going and stuff. So we're getting 11 culture from aesthetics. We can get 26. We don't have natural philosophy in. We can get 26 science there, so we'll definitely slot that in. And plus 12 and plus 11 faith respectively from those. Down here, oh, we should definitely slot in Raj to get the 14 and the 47. Yeah, alright. Alright. And we also have another promotion, so again, obviously it goes towards Moksha. So we'll take that. Okay, now, meantime, let's get our policy cards taken care of. So we're going to change policies. We're leaving in those ones. We're leaving in Wesselbank. We're leaving in Machiavellianism. We're going to slot in Raj. It's nice, +2 science, culture, faith, and gold for each city-state we are the suzerain of. So that is definitely nice and powerful. We're going to leave aesthetics in temporarily. Are we? No, we're not. We're going to get rid of that, and we're actually going to put in Merchant Confederation again and get some more gold, because we can do good things with our gold. We're leaving veterancy and that faith and all that in. Oh, no. You know what? It's only for that one city, right? Yeah, fuck it. We're not putting in surfing for that one city. It can eat a dick. Where are you? Yeah, you go ahead and settle. That's fine. Start on your granary right away, and you move there. Alright. Ooh, so the tornado's hitting Samos now, that beautiful city. Or at least they're only 14 turns out from their campus. We got an increased trade route capacity. That is nice, so let's go ahead and get some gold from our friends, the Americans here. And let's check if Wilfred's actually got his shit together. Probably not. No. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go ahead and take you, and you'll take 10 of our iron and 10 of our niter, and let's take some of your gold per turn. Okay. All right. So now let's take a look where those bombards are. Did we already pass that? I think we might have. No, Ontum bombards is down there. So that'll still shave 1 turn off of our time here. Alright, so let's check with Teddy. How far away are we here? We've got to be pretty fucking close. Yeah, next turn we'll get to boost towards chemistry. So that'll unlock the ability for us to... it'll unlock the ability for us to get... brain fart. Research labs, so we'll start on that immediately. And we'll go ahead and buy Mycenae another trader here. Right, meanwhile, we finished the lighthouse here. Do we already have 2 shipyards? Greece shipyard. We do. Okay, so we already have the boost. That is fine. Well, we will once we build that shipyard. So we don't need one here. It's redundant and overkill. We will go ahead and put your turn into a campus research grant until next turn, when we can start them building their own research lab. Alright, meanwhile here we finished a factory, so we're going to do the exact same thing essentially. We're going to just put a turn into industrial zone logistics instead. Meanwhile, we're still 2 turns out from Magnus, so you can go to sleep. You're going there. Yeah, you're already sleeping there.
The dirty part of
that scared me. Alright, we got chemistry. Beautiful. It scared me when this came, but somebody got the Casa to whatever. And their alliance level increased, which gave us the boost, so that is beautiful. We're 2 turns out on the Patala Palace. Alright, so now here in Mycenae, we're going to go ahead, like, we really want to start on their university, their research lab very quickly. However, we are going to bang out a quick scout here instead. Meanwhile, here we're going to go to Washington and begin the route, and we're going to go to Baltimore and begin the route. All right. Okay, we finished our library here. We will end up buying them a university, unless how long is it going to take to build? 14 turns isn't that bad, but I'd rather get them get I'd rather them get a sewer, because we need to get 4 sewers. So this is 1 of 4. We're 25% there, and we'll finish that long before we need the boost, so that's fine. Meanwhile, though, we finished... a holy site. We're gonna get them to, I guess, go for the research lab right away. We'll get the shrine first, and then the research lab, because we'll be boosting them as well. Yeah, that'll be fine. Give us a bunch of extra faith, which we need anyway in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so here we're going to go ahead and get our builder to move on to there, and let's purchase that tile for them and give it the old slice and dice. Drum house scream. Sorry, some of you might know what I'm talking about. I'm old. So meanwhile here we're going to go ahead and lock in the price of the encampment, and we will actually put them back on the granary, though, because we'll finish that so that they grow faster. In the meantime, they'll probably expand to the crabs, I would assume, so we'll go ahead and just get the builder to hang out over there in the meantime. Meanwhile, St. Louis here is losing loyalty. That's what we like to see. And this isn't going to help any next turn. When we chop and increase our city here. Yeah, nobody cares what you think, you nosy frickin' cunt. Alright.
Benjamin Franklin may have...
Like, I know for a fact, like, I can guarantee you right now, like, we're at research labs prior to turn 150. We will, I guarantee you 100%, we will beat this game before turn 200. So this is going to be the first for me with religious science. I do this regularly with normal science, but this is going to be the first I've ever done it with religious science, and I'm super excited about that. To see just how fast I can do. So the Chinese player that I watched this strategy, and I've spent fucking over 30 hours watching a guy that doesn't speak English, and there's no English like on the freaking technologies or anything, so I have to like I have Civ 6 open on my second monitor so I can compare my technologies with his technologies and take notes at the same time. I spent over 30 hours watching this guy play, and he got it in turn 161, and that was like, that's not, it's recently enough that it's on Gathering Storm, but it's not recent as in it's not on this patch. It is definitely harder to do now, like, yeah. So I'm excited to see this, just how far under turn 200 we can go. Alright, so we got the electricity taken care of. Let's open this bad boy back up and take a look. Okay, so we're obviously not going to put it into flight since we're going to be getting that in, what, is it 2 turns? 1 turn. We'll be getting that next turn. So in the meantime, then we might as well just put it into castles, actually. Or should we put it into compete? Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, so we'll put it into castles. Now we are going to need to get those 2 bombards. So let us actually start planning to do that. We'll go ahead here, and again, we want them to be fairly close, so we'll go ahead and buy one in Ephesus now for 480 there, and let's try and get some gold from Teddy, and we might even be able to buy them both this turn. Ooh, yes, we will. Thank you, good sir. Teddy, you are a sexy beast of a man. Robust, I would even say. All right. Got that. Let's talk to this bum. You're a bad representative of our nation. Well, let's at least take his 8 gold. Alright, 473, so we are just a sea hair shy of that. So let's obviously go ahead, actually, just for the hell of it, because it makes me smile to do it, let's arm the Arabs. And we will trade them our iron. We need to keep our niter to get those 2 bombards. So yeah, we'll take your bulk, or yeah, your bulk gold and 4 gold per turn. Sounds good, boss. All right. So that put us just over what we needed to do. So let's go ahead and grab that catapult now. All right. So we got James Young here. All right, so let's go ahead and grab James Young here. So he is a good great scientist. So he triggers a eureka moment for 2 random technologies from the industrial or modern era, and reveals reveals oil without the normal technology requirement. That second part is really not that important because you can't do anything with the oil anyway until you get the correct technology for it. So that's less important. I mean, it is nice to know if you have it or not, so you can kind of plan accordingly. If you don't have it, you might be able to just say go settle a city or something to grab a couple spots. So we will go ahead and grab him. So what we need to remember though is the industrial or the modern era. So we'll recruit him. Let's take a look and see. Charles Darwin is next. That is fine. So America is going to get him. That's good. We do not want to get them ahead of him because we will be getting to the modern era fairly quickly, and it's Albert Einstein is the next great scientist that is like a must-have if you want a quick science victory. So we're happy that the Americans are going to take Darwin off our hands, even though he is a pretty decent scientist himself. Meanwhile, so remember the industrial and the modern era, right? So this is where we come in. Excuse me. We come in and we're going to take a look, and obviously we're not going to kill a unit with a knight. So we'll get a boost there. Now, in the modern era, okay, so we're going to be boosting flight next turn. We're not going to be boosting radio at all. This one we have to pay, extract an artifact, we would have to pay 1,000 gold to get, we'd have to pay 1,000 gold in order to get 1,000 gold, or no, 1,200 gold or something like that, in order to get the art museum, or the archaeological museum, or no, it is 1,000, I think. Anyways, whatever, almost around $1,000 for the archaeological museum, and then the fucking archaeologist itself costs like $1,600 to buy. So this is a very, very expensive boost to get. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that, okay, because siege tactics doesn't count because it's before the industrial era, like it's an old one. We are going to boost it anyways, but that's irrelevant. I just mean it doesn't matter for this great scientist, right? So instead of popping him right away, be strategic about it. Think about this. So we already got rifling. We're going to have flight next turn. We're not going to get radio, so that's one we're not going to get. This one's super easy. We already have the coal mine, so all we need to do is get an ironclad. And remember, we have that galley that's been sitting there waiting forever. So we're going to upgrade that galley into an ironclad, and we'll have steel taken care of. And then build 2 coal power plants. So we're going to hold on to this guy, right? For at least until we get steel taken care of, and then at least and we'll have flight taken care of too, right? So at least we'll have these 2 since they're super easy to get, and then basically we have, it might get refining. It'll be a little bit disappointing if we do, but we're hoping that we get lucky and we get both radio and combustion at the same time, or military science, I suppose, although that will be a bit of a letdown too. But or actually, we could correct that since it is less science. We could go ahead and go into siege tactics next, and then get military science ourselves. Yeah, we'll go straight up there, because then we'll be able to boost this, and we'll boost radio and combustion. Yeah, we want to get rocketry fast though, so let's see here. Okay, so that now you immediately go into your research lab. Ephesus, immediately go into your research lab. Or your university. Oh, we never got the university. My bad. We never got around to helping you out. So that meanwhile, you go into your sewer instead. So that's 2 sewers now that we've started. Because we'll buy them a university. And or chop that into it when we actually have a builder to spend. Meanwhile, James Young here, we are going to tell him to move on to the campus, but we'll just get him to go to sleep. Yeah, you're building a spy, that's fine. You're going to finish your shipyard, that's fine. How long would it take for a coal power plant? 7 turns? And you're still not even a workshop yet. So, yeah, that's fine. Alright. Anyways, we finished our art museum here. Let's immediately get them going on their research lab. And so, okay, Magnus is established here. So it is red team go, essentially. We haven't bought them their library yet. So let's definitely try and do that now. Oh, shite. Alright, so that's a little bit unfortunate. We don't need that much. Alright, let's try and get it. At least we can say we tried. So what are you willing to offer me? 5. Oh, Pachacootie, buddy. Have I said how awesome you are? Alright, so he will take iron as well. Oh, we don't have any to give. He'll take our niter. I know we want this for those bombards, but we might just say fuck it to that plan. Oh, actually, no, we won't. But he'll take coal too, will you? Are you cool enough that you like coal yet? No, you're not. Alright, so that's fine. We'll do that, and now let's just try and take as much money as we can. I mean, if it really comes down to it, I suppose we could sell one of our luxury resources too. Oh, never mind. I was looking. We only had 3 gold. Oh god, so we still need 257. So yeah, I think we're going to be selling one of our luxury resources. All right, she's got money. Are you interested in our coffee, madame? Barely. Well, fuck you too then. You want us to pay for open borders? You know what, you can choke on. I'm not even gonna go there. Alright, what about Gilgamesh? He has money? Oh, you're right, he does. He's rich, always. But are you gonna be stingy, Gilgi? No, you're not. Alright. So we'll trade the coffee. And we want at least... Oops. What was it? 257, right? Yeah, 257 we need. So 2, 5, 7. All right, and I know we need the niter, but I mean, he'll pay for it. So let's see how much we can give him if we can sneak, saving a couple. There you go. We'll save 1 niter. Anything is better than nothing, but that gives us exactly the pocket change we need to come here and buy this library. Alright, so let's go ahead here, and before we're going to go ahead and chop anything, always remember, like I said, always say, measure twice and cut once, and this is exactly why. Look, we can go ahead and grab these here, but then on top of that, we can actually scoop up these tiles from this city over here, and we should be able to even chop out our, do we have enough? Yeah, we have 4 there. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So you actually go here. We'll start chopping here, and it'll work out to be a turn faster, so you don't have to backtrack. But meanwhile, we'll go ahead and chop, and we should be able to chop out the research lab too. So that will be good. We'll go ahead and chop this. All right. Our faith is getting up there too, that's good. Alright, so we are going to hopefully choose... I'm going to pick Great Engineer. And hopefully somebody feels the same way that I do. I'm not going to bother with Great Scientists because, like, it seems like they always, in my opinion anyways, they always either go for Great Engineers, Great Generals, or Great Admirals. Those are, generally speaking, the only ones I ever see them go for. And we'll pick ourselves for this new district's culture bombing thing.
The first time I stepped onto the rooftop of the Portella Palace, I felt as never before or since, as if I was stepping onto the rooftop of my being, onto some dimension of consciousness that I'd never visited before.
Beautiful. All right, so if you don't happen to know, the Potala Palace is great because it gives us an extra diplomatic policy slot, which is huge because, again, it just gives us so much more flexibility when we are doing stuff. All right, so we were successful. Our districts are going to act as culture bombs, and yeah, see, like I said, they always go for great generals, great admirals, or great engineers. So again, that is why I trade my fucking diplomatic favor. It's useless. It's a piece of shit resource. Turn it into gold. Take my advice. Do yourself a favor. Win your games faster. All right, we got that done and taken care of here. So in the meantime, I'm not sure exactly how experienced you are by any means, but as you can see, I take district planning to a whole nother level. It's probably like part of the game that I enjoy the most out of Civ 6. So if you do want to learn how to plan your cities better in order to increase your adjacencies and come up with cool looking layouts and stuff like this more easily, I have a tutorial for you that will help you out. It walks you through all the basics of learning how to do this. It even breaks it down according to whatever type of game you're going for. So there's a scientific outlook of how you should plan your cities for science victories and how you should plan your cities for culture victories, etc., etc. And as always in those kind of videos that I make, there's a comment that's pinned at the top that has timestamps in it. So if you only, like, say domination is your favorite type of game and you only want to learn about that, you can jump right to the domination section and you don't have to watch the whole video if you're not interested. But again, I'll link it for you there in the top right corner if you do want to go ahead and check that out. But otherwise, this is where we're going to put a cut in the video. So thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please do me a favor. Go leave a like on the video. Better yet, a comment down below too. Ask me a question about this. How do you think it's going? You know what, here's an easy one for you. Don't be shy. We have a great community, first off, so don't be embarrassed or shy. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, whether it's about this strategy or about anything, like whether it's Civ 6 or other games, or just anything in general, feel free to ask. But more importantly, here's an easy comment for you to make, okay, right? Oh wait, shit, you'll know the turn. Never mind, I was gonna be like, what turn do you think we're gonna win this game on? But I'm gonna actually finish this fucking game first, and the turn will be right in the first thumbnail when you click on the first video in the series, let alone whatever video number this is. So yeah, never mind, I'm special, I know. On that note, I've rambled enough in this video, so I'm just gonna shut up now, and I'll see you in the next one.